Okay, y'all. So if you have not seen Diarra from Detroit, then you got to check it out. But on today's TV Junkie Therapy session, we're going to be talking about the fact of Swa omitting and not telling his wife something that would affect both of them. Is there a path to reconciliation for these two? Should she forgive him or should she just walk away? Is there ever a lie or omission that is too big to come back from? That's what we're deciphering today, y'all. So go ahead and get ready. Let's talk about it.
Disclaimer: the information in this video is for entertainment purposes only, and EJ the TV Junkie is not a licensed therapist. These are fictional characters, and these are opinions which are subject to change if she feels that way. And depending on what happens in the show.
Now, therapy's in session. Go get him, EJ.
Now, on the TV show, we learn at the end that the real reason why Swa asked Diarra for a open marriage was because he was deflecting and he was hiding something really big. We also learned how badly Diarra wanted to have a baby. This was something that she really wanted, to the fact that she thought something was wrong with her. And then she wanted her husband to see her specialist to find out exactly what was going on, but he refused. And they were just arguing and arguing and arguing to the point where he just asked her for an open marriage. Then next thing you know, they about to get divorced. He dating somebody. She done went on a Tinder date and done fell in deep like with somebody. And we just go on this whole big roller coaster, all for an omission. So anyway, y'all, the jury is still out on if an omission is a lie. Drop it down in the comments and let me know what you think. For my opinion, I think that it really depends on the situation. I feel like you can make an argument that an omission is not necessarily a lie per se, but to a certain extent, I feel like at the same time, you could make an argument that an omission can be a lie. So anyway, we find out that the reason for all of this stuff was because Swa had a vasectomy before he and his wife got together. So he was married to someone else, and I believe they said that he got pregnant, and that's the reason why he married her, because he's really big on optics. But then when they got divorced, he had a vasectomy, but he didn't tell Diarra about this. So now she's thinking something is wrong. She wants him to go see the specialist. He won't go do it. He says that he went to see his friend, which we now know was not the truth at all. But at the end of the day, is this too big of a lie to come back from? Is this relationship salvageable, or should Diarra just move on? You know, in my opinion, in the TV Junkie's opinion, I don't think that this is too big to come from. But I will say this, y'all, because y'all know I get jaded sometimes when I'm looking at things, because I look at SWAT and I ain't gonna lie, I see Mars Chestnut, I see fine chocolatey Mars Chestnut, and I have to take that out of the play right now. But just as far as the characters are concerned, I do feel like there can be a lie that is too big, or an omission that is too big that you really can't come from. But I feel like this one, they can work through somewhat, but they both got to want to work through this. Like, they both got to work on rebuilding the trust and getting back to a place where they can really understand. And let me say it like this. I feel like he is going to have to come with a much better answer as to why he did what he did. Like, there has to be a super good reasoning behind it. Like, he's going to have to make her understand what it was, because I feel like he took her choices away. At the end of the day, it should have been her choice whether she wanted to marry him, knowing that they could possibly not have biological children of their own, because we know that there are so many different ways that people can have children. But knowing that she wouldn't have his child, that's theirs and hers together biologically, that might have been a deal breaker for her. We don't know. We'll never know, because she wasn't really given the choice. So on one hand, I feel like, yes, there's this huge lie that definitely is not something to be overlooked, and it is not something to just, throw under the table or whatnot. But I just feel like if two people really love each other, if they really care about each other, that, you can work through certain things. And I feel like since there was no infidelity, since there was no violence, since there was none of those things that, in my opinion, might be some serious deal breakers, I do feel like there's a point where maybe we can find some reconciliation. I want to know what you guys think, though, because this is a tough one, because it really could go both ways. Because, one side of me is like, oh, hell no, like, don't take away my choices. Let me have my choices. But then the other side of me is like, man, they're so good together. Maybe SWA has a good reason that we could really understand and be like, okay, I can understand that. And how do we move forward and fix that? How do we move forward and fix what has been broken? And how can we come to an understanding and rebuild the trust again? Like, part of me says that too. So I'm like right dead in the middle on this one, y'all, because I can see it from both sides. But anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all think about Diarra and SWA. Let me know if you think that there is ever a lie that is too big that a person can never come back from. And in the case of Diarra and SWA, was this omission of the truth too big for them to come back from? Should Diarra forgive SWA or not? So anyway, y'all, we're going to have another conversation just about Diarra and her boy Ambien at another time at some point. But this was just about the omission tonight. So anyway, y'all, go ahead and get the conversation started down below. Meanwhile, if you like the video, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to your girl channel. Turn your notifications so that you do not miss out on any of my future TV junkie therapy sessions. Until next time, guys. Peace.
When you go low, I go low too. But you'd rather stay high, I know you. Can we stay high, babe? I'd rather be on that way. Tryna control our emotions. If we on the right side of passion, we could share love in the ocean. But if you wanna go insane either way, baby, we could go all night.